Hey, what's up, family? Hey, today we got a real good street book for you today. And this one is called Major League by Omar Price. You get a good look at that right there. It's an oldie but goodie. I read this like a lot of my old books. I read it a while ago, and my wife be looking for something good to watch. She picked this up, and I said, "Oh, you're gonna love this."
Well, something to read.
Yeah. So we're gonna get into this because we've been going at it for a while already.
Yeah,
because some of her opinions and mine, I'm like, what? And you but all right. So I had
some of his opinions are just really don't make any sense.
I'm about to get
I
this
want you
joke.
guys to really tell me that I am right and he's wrong.
Okay, we're gonna see.
Okay.
All right, so
Definitely like and comment and subscribe.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay. Now what this book is about is over in New York mostly, but actually it touches like Harlem, Brooklyn, Queens, even New Jersey, like in North areas it touches. Yeah. It's a book about the streets and the drug life in the streets and big time dealers and stuff and all the stuff that they go through. So we ain't gonna give you the whole book, but we're gonna give you enough to make you very interested. So the way the book starts out, you remember how it starts out?
Yeah, Tina gives birth to a little girl named Pretty.
Exactly. And then across town,
Pretty.
to Don, he gives birth to a son named Rashawn.
Rashawn, yeah.
So the way it happens is the Don, he's about to get out of the life of the street life, the drug life, but he's preparing everything for people that's coming up under him, especially his son when he get older. But in the meantime, before that go down, it's a bit of treachery that's being dealt with, that has to be dealt with right away. Because you know how the streets is. It could be a treacherous game. And that's going to be the word of the day, treachery. Now, if you look up the word treachery, it simply means betrayal. To betray your country, a group of people, or a person. Betrayal, treachery. Like you could say to somebody, man, you're a treacherous person. Like I can't trust nothing you say. So anyway, the way it starts off, the Don, he gets in contact with another cat to find out somebody in his own team has been going back giving information and setting his people up. And sure enough, he finds out who it is. It's one of his closest dudes all along.
I would say that's life, that touches on life in general. Like people who you hang out with every day, thinking that's your bro or that's fam, and the whole time they plotting on you.
I like how he did it. The Don, he had threw a feast for them all. He said, we're going to find out who's betrayed us.
But he was giving them a chance to come up to the person.
So he was giving, like what you just said.
So Joker the time to come clean.
Oh, okay.
And Joker's just sitting there eating food and enjoying life. And the whole time, next thing you know, across town, this dude was going to meet this girl, to have sex. Because men, this is the part I don't like. A lot of times, women use that terminology and say, "You men are so weak. Y'all fall for sex all the time." And in this case, a lot of
excuse me.
The guy was getting set up with this girl and had some sex, this and that. When he went to the apartment, she was paid through the other dudes to set his dumb butt up. Yeah. And they kidnapped him. Mm-hmm. And as they was kidnapping him, about to kill him, they asked him, who is the guy that's been giving you all this information? And I forgot who the guy name was, but let's just say Tony. I forgot the guy name. It's been a while ago. You remember?
Yeah.
But let's just say it was Tony, right? Yeah. So he said it was Tony. And now they gave the word back to their boss. And while they're in the room with the big feast, he's walking around the table and he gets right in back of the guy. He's like, see, I never would have thought one of our own people was the one that did this.
But that was his boy.
That was his boy. And he had to kill him. Yeah, he had to kill him right there on the spot in front of everybody. It's like, now we do not accept this treachery amongst our family. But anyway, let's get back. Now that's the beginning of the book. Then it's like years later. Now Rashawn is the man. Now he's a grown man. He's the man.
Don't forget Pretty. Pretty grew up very beautiful. She's like practically a model.
Yeah.
And the way she was raised, it was surrounded by prostitutes.
Yes.
Women that were actually on the street. The mom was prostitute. So everything that they knew out in the streets, they were raising this little girl to be just that, pretty, and to use her beauty.
I hate that terminology. They say, use what you got to get what you want. Get out of here with that nonsense.
But then when they realized, the sister of the mother realized that what they were actually, what they trained to her is with some pretty monster. All right. So let's get to the part where me and her been going at it. So now it's the drug life. Boom. Rashawn is coming up. He's being a big time drug dealer. Pretty on the other side of town. She with this drug dealer named Sincere, right? Sincere. Sincere. But now Sincere, his connect he lost his connect. He got to find a new connect, and Pretty is his girlfriend. Yeah.
So Pretty she wound up meeting this guy in Jersey at a club, and he's a big time baller. And she goes to his house. See, you sneaky ass women. You got a man, you sneaking around with another man, but whatever, right? Just because he got.
It was
What?
She was sneaking around like that. No, babe.
She met him at the club.
She met him at the club, but he was the one who gave her the invitation.
Okay, so why go? If you got a man, why go?
Because she was looking for some type of
a drug connect.
That's
Okay,
all it was, just to help her man.
Okay, I'm wrong.
Because that's what love is about.
She was looking for a connect for her man, and she met this dude Ronald. And Ronald was a big connect.
Did her man know that she was doing this connect?
He knew nothing, and she didn't tell him nothing.
He didn't know.
Okay, so I would just say that she was wrong. If that's your man, you're supposed to communicate and be like,
She didn't say nothing.
babe, I'm going to go do this, such and that, and the third. But,
Exactly.
mommy.
Now, this is the part where me and mommy got into it. Because now she meet this guy, Ronald. She goes to his house. She met him at the club, and then weeks later she calls him, and she goes by. Remember, this is pretty. She's so used to everybody catering to her, calling her so pretty. That's her name, this and that, and always kissing her feet. But when she go to Ronald's house, Ronald didn't pamper to her. He had this big mansion. He had tons of money, and she was even trying to be seductive to him, bending over in front of her with a bikini, and he ignored it all. It didn't faze him. And she wasn't used to that. She's like, this son of a bitch, he act like he don't see me, and bother her dumb ass. But anyway, so weeks or so later, she come again, and now they about to make out, and then that's when Pretty finally says, look, Ronald, I don't have time to play games. She said, listen, she said some large number. She said something like, I need 200 keys or something like that, of cocaine. And he was like, he laughed, he said, okay, that's how you doing it, baby? He said, well, let's get straight down to business. And he told her the price for the keys, but then he said, and on top, he said, and the only reason I'm gonna give it to you for that price is you better, he said, yo, now this video ain't for kids. He said, the only reason I'm gonna give it to you for the cheap price I'm giving it to you is because of the deal that we got. And on top of that, part of the deal, strip naked, bitch. And she was like, what? And he said, if you want this deal, and she wanted to do it for her man so bad, he said, strip naked. And they had sex, but he was overly, I will admit, he was very rough with her. And even after the sex was over, go ahead, because I know you just.
Well, yeah, Papi, because at first, you don't ask a woman, go
strip,
get brutal. Yeah, you don't go to brutal, first of all. You ain't gonna get anywhere good like that.
Okay.
Okay, so now, instead of he trying to say, and asking as a gentleman.
As a gentleman, look at this.
No, as a gentleman.
All right, I get your point.
No, the reason why I'm saying as a gentleman is because in the long run, what you're doing is you're going to become the bad person.
Okay. So anyway.
But he already is the bad person, though.
Yeah, exactly. So now they had sex. And even after this, me and my, like I said, we got into it on this one. So now, even afterwards, she got mad at me because I said, this is what it is. So then it was over. And then you said he grabbed her hair and snatched her back.
He smacked her hard, threw her on the bed, and then he grabbed her hair and he forced on her.
He raped her. He sodomized her.
Yeah,
which
he
means
did.
He had sex with her in her butt.
And she kept saying, okay, stop, you're killing me, stop. She already said stop.
All right.
So
Now,
why don't he stop?
Okay, now why don't he stop? So this why we got into it, because you right away in the book you said he raped her.
Yeah.
And I said no, he didn't.
But he did.
But he
See,
did.
now this is what I'm doing.
No,
She said
he did. He did, because when someone tells you no,
if a woman says no, then that means no.
When no one no, because when someone tells you no, it's no.
Okay.
I don't care how much of a badass you are.
That wasn't rape.
It was rape, Daddy.
You're such an owl, man.
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all talk. Explain why I was raped, and I want you to say why I was raped too, because I'm gonna say that wasn't rape. But go ahead. I ain't gonna say nothing. Go ahead.
In game life, that's you're gonna expect. You're gonna expect anything. But the point is, when she says no, it's no.
Okay, now you ask me, because I didn't say nothing. Go ahead.
I'm literally piggybacking off of what Mommy said. Like, if a woman says no, then no. Like, what's so hard? The N or the O? Like, if she's screaming, it doesn't matter if she, like, whatever lifestyle that she obliged.
Okay. No, don't try to take my words.
I wasn't to take your words.
All right, so now here's my point of view. The reason I say it wasn't rape, because when you in the drug game, you in the street life, this is part of the game. This all comes with the game. In other words, she knew exactly what she was getting into when she went to his house. You are Ronald, who now she mad and says she's been raped. Meanwhile, she go to him every week. Do she not? She
Yep.
That's a simple question.
Wait. So
Don't
after
make me pull
that,
a
wait.
Judge Judy on you.
Wait. After that, she was still going
She
to
was
him.
still dealing with him for years.
Oh.
But they were-
Still go.
they
She
were-
was she was doing like that. Let me finish now. She was doing just like that dumb chick did Bill Cosby. You claim he raped you, but yet and still he's paying for your schooling. He's giving you money for your housing, and you going to him weekly, monthly, and yearly all the time. But it's once the money run out where he finally say, that's enough. I'm tired of giving money. Now she say, that's rape. So anyway, my point why I say it was not rape was because you are making a deal with the devil. In the game, when you're dealing with a guy like Ronald, he's the devil. And this is a drug life. Here's a better way I can explain to you. We can have a little business or whatever type of business, right? Now, let's say someone did us wrong, robbed us, whatever. We could call the cops and say, we was wrong, we was violated, we was robbed, this and that. But when you're a drug dealer, you're doing illegal criminal activity. Or the mob, let's say. You're doing illegal criminal activity. When someone robs you, you're not calling the cops. Because why? You know this, unfortunately, this is the ugly part of the game. So when I say it wasn't rape, it's because she's making a deal with the devil. What did you expect was going to happen when you walked in this house? Yes, a deal will be made, but under what circumstances? And you are dreaming if you think you're going to make a peachy cream flower deal with the devil and it's going to come out your way. I do get your point when you say no means no. But what she was dreaming when she thought, I could make a deal with the devil and it's going to go my way. You out your mind.
Well, she was young too also. I'm not making
She was young.
this. She's young. Sometimes young people make stupid decisions.
Let me tell you something.
Stupid decision. But I'll tell you this much. Even if they she's making a deal with the devil, babe, the word is a no.
I'll get you
She
some. I'm
literally
gonna tell you something. Look, yeah, we all know the guy. We all heard of the guy, Pablo Escobar, right? Do you have any idea of some of the stuff he had women do? He would have like Mercedes, Porsches, and stuff at his crib, and he would tell some of the most beautiful women come to his villa, whatever, and he would say, if y'all want this car, y'all need to strip butt naked, and I want y'all to run and climb up that tree, that coconut tree or whatever. And the first one to get up the tree could get the car.
Yeah,
You know, he would humiliate them. Now, of course, they would be like, what? But a lot of women would do it. See, it's like, look at all these celebrities, NBA, NFL, or actors, right? They'll get with a woman. They'll go out and have a good time. The guy will pay for the meal and all this. They go to a hotel. They have sex. Just like DMX said, I gave you the same thing you gave me, a nut. But everything is all good. But when she wake up in the morning, she'd be like, the woman would be on some, so what we getting into today? And the guy would be like, what do you mean what we getting into? See, her whole thing is what we getting into. But the guy is like, no, what I'm about to do, I got business to take care of. Yo, I'm going to call you a cab and you could go. And because he don't fall to her agreements, next thing you know, we heard this type of story so many times before. Now that same woman who enjoyed the night, enjoyed all the pleasures that came with the night, but now she thought she was an instant mate for him, and he didn't do anything wrong. Now she say, he raped me.
Yeah, but you're comparing things that's in different
Oranges to apples.
areas. Yeah, you're comparing different things and all that. Like, for example,
See, we still going at it.
No, what you said about Pablo Escobar, these women, they volunteered and they decided that yes, they
Like
want
Pretty.
to. And no, and they decided to be a show off of everything.
Didn't Pretty volunteer to go?
Yes.
No one forced her to go.
No, but when it came down to that one incident, you know, she said, stop, you're killing me.
Did she not go next
so
week?
that's where he says, okay, at least I got something, but at least let me stop.
Did she not keep going back to him consistently?
You're really making
Did she
excuses for this
not
man.
keep going back to him?
Well, let's go back to the.
Why didn't she go call the cops?
But see, that's where
You
yeah,
can't.
that's
When
where,
you're dealing that type of life, you can't.
Exactly. So that's why she couldn't cut off.
So why didn't she just stop dealing with him?
the-
If it was rape, why didn't she say, I ain't dealing with him?
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying?
because the thing is that she was gonna say, you know, I'm gonna get back at him, and obviously she had to stay with the guy because she made a commitment.
Yeah.
So she can't go back.
Now, I get her
What's in the
point.
world?
I'm just playing devil's advocate, but also I'm also speaking from experience. When you live in that type of life, the drug life, you cannot make a deal with the
yeah, of
devil
course.
and think that things supposed to go your way. You dream. The devil gonna always have some hidden agenda that's beneficial towards him. and that was Ronald.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, that's what we
Okay,
really
so
got.
let's go to Tawan.
All right, the next one. Let's go to the next character. Who's else that?
No, let's
Treachery.
just go.
Because that was Ronald gave Pretty such a treachery deal.
Natalie. Let's go with Natalie.
Well, Natalie. Okay.
Natalie.
What was the deal with Natalie? Natalie was Pretty's best friend.
Yeah, they grew up. They grew up together since they were little kids, and they made an impact. They made a promise to each other that then when they get into the drug life, they will not
ever use and get hooked on drugs.
Exactly.
But yet and still,
But Natalie
their business was doing very well.
You never get high on your own supply.
Yeah, her head got so big, she decided that now she wants to
Start using drugs.
start using her own product.
Now let me ask you, why was and eventually Natalie became a crackhead? The very people who she used to talk down to with authority, now them same people was abusing her. But let me ask you, why did Natalie start using drugs?
You know, it's funny that it doesn't say in the book,
Mm-hmm.
but if you sit back and you really think of what it say, maybe she did like the product, like what it says in the book.
See, of course
That
she liked
feeling, she loved it.
Of course
It
she
made
loved
her
the drugs.
Feel a sense of relief, a sense of peace.
Yeah.
Brought her into the other world, and that's
I
how she
agree,
become
but
hooked
my
up.
question was, what made her get on the drugs in the first? You can't go.
It could be
You can't
so
go from
many
A to D. You got to go B, C, D. She's
Yeah.
skipping right to D. She just like
but
drugs.
it could be so many reasons. But
I'm gonna give you the
I
reasons
wouldn't-
why.
I don't
I'm
know,
gonna give you the
I
reasons why. A lot of times when people are on drugs and alcohol or whatever, this is what they're, as I love to use this terminology, mental midgets. This is how their mental midget mind think. They think I'm going through whatever, because what drives people to drugs and alcohol is depression, stress, whatever nonsense they dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So they say, well, I'm gonna get high and this will get rid of all my problems. That's how they think because they're mental midgets. But what they're not realizing, you're going to spend that last bit of money to get high, but you really need to spend that money to take care of your family or your financial situations. And now after your high wears off, your problems just double. So depression is a clear reason why a lot of people get on drugs, stress, all kind of other reasons. I've even known guys and girls, now this like I said, this video is not for kids. I've even known guys that get hooked on dope. Watch this. Watch this. You know why? For sex. Because they was told stupid. Remember that book we read a long time ago called Be More Careful?
Yeah.
The guy in the book said that. And I've known actual guys in real life who said this foolish stuff. Where they said, yo, man, when I got with this girl, I found out if you use dope, yo, you hit him with the dope dick. Yo, if you use dope, it make you last longer. Look how stupid that sounds. But people believe dumb stuff in this world. So I've known girls back in the days that would say, oh, I got with this guy and I loved him so much. Next you know, he had me try this drug or this and that. And next you know, they tried it. Before you know it, they hooked and they're fiend. So there's so many reasons why. So like you said, they never said why Natalie got hooked. But once she got hooked, anything went. And the treachery set back in again because she turned on Pretty. She turned on her friends. And all her stuff that was bad that was happening to her, like finding herself in a room with a bunch of guys, giving her body up for drugs because she ain't had no money no more, or when her life was just in the slums, she would put all the blame on Pretty. See, this is the narcissistic mentality of a fiend, of a person that ain't got it all upstairs. They will never take responsibility of their own adversity. They will always blame someone else because it hurt her to look upon Pretty's face and she's doing so well. And I was right there with her, but my life is in shambles now. She was stealing from Pretty. She was going to the spots because people knew her.
Yeah.
And she was always lying to them saying, oh, Pretty told me to pick up this package, this and that. But she was stealing from these people and getting high. And when Pretty found out,
oh, it hurt her.
and she beat her ass.
But she
beat her ass.
But knowing if Pretty knew exactly where her state of mind was, she would really kill her because Natalie wanted to kill wanted her dead.
Now she's like, I'm gonna kill Pretty. I'm gonna get her. Because now she's embarrassed. Her life was in shambles.
But
and then Pretty beat her up in front of everybody. And now she's like, it's all her fault.
But
Narcissist. That's another one of our videos. It's called Narcissist.
Yeah, meanwhile, Pretty's feeling bad for her. But you don't realize that Natalie wants you dead.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So, now, okay, so now,
Twan. Let's go with Twan. That was Rashawn's cousin.
Or whatever.
Now, Twan is one of them typical cats. You're just a screw up, man. Everything about him, he just keeps screwing up. But you keep getting a pass because Rashawn is your cousin, and he keep letting it slide. But you keep putting everything. For example, when they had to deal with the dude Will. Will was from Brooklyn, because they was from Harlem. I think Will was from Brooklyn. Yeah. And he had to deal with Rashawn, but when Rashawn couldn't make one of the meetings, he sent Twan. And next you know, they got into it, this and that. And from then on, Twan, you know, like he sat him down, he straight up disrespected him. And he put a red target on him, and he was like, nigga, get the fuck up out of here. You ain't getting shit from me. Just totally disrespecting him. So now Twan was like, we gotta kill him. And Rashawn told him, yo, man, hold on, man, let's strategize, man. And Twan ain't listening to nothing Rashawn said, and he went to do it on his own and wound up getting kidnapped by.
Well, Rashawn told Twan, go over there and deal with
talk
and deal with the problem.
And it turned real bad.
Don't get all your emotions caught up. And a lot of people gets their emotion caught up, and they don't realize that after everything they have done and it didn't turn out the way it is, now they realize like that.
Now I like that what you said. See, that's a weak person. When you are dealing with a person and they get all emotional, 9 times out of 10, now that we older, you gotta look at these strategy type of way of thinking. Mm-hmm. When a person get all emotional, they easily defeated. Because you letting your emotions make your decisions. Exactly. You know? And that's what Twan was doing. And before you know it, he was kidnapped. He was tied up and they beat him almost an inch of his life, broke his ribs, his leg or whatever. And Rashawn had to bust in there and rescue him. And he shot Will, but Will got away. But now it's on. We got to kill Will. Will's trying to kill them. But then even down the line, even when he got better, a year or so later, he got better. Now he was making another drug deal across town. And the cops, with one of his friends, one of Twan's friends, Rick, right?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't Rip. It was just one of these guys where he knew him for a long time.
I thought it was Rick.
No, Rip was the guy that actually wanted. Oh my God!
It was Rick. It was. Rick made a deal out in the street with Twan because of Twan, and he got caught by the cops. And then the cops told him about all this time he gonna get, so he ratted out Twan. But
it was Rick. It was Rick.
He wasn't supposed to do the deal in the first place, because Rashawn told Twan not to, and here you go again. Twan screwing up. He making a deal with this clown, and this clown gets caught, and now he gives both their names. So now the charges come on Rashawn and Twan, because now the dude gonna turn state evidence on Rashawn. But Rashawn's sitting in jail now because of Twan.
But he played the disappearing act. Rip decided he's just gonna be missed out. He's just gonna be a long run. Nobody could have found him.
Oh no, that's called protective custody. Because they want to keep him protected until the court case come up, and then we want you to run state evidence, and we're gonna put him away for life. But it didn't work that way. Old girl Pretty and her girls, like she got a picture of Rick, and she said to Rashawn in jail, because now Pretty was now with Rashawn, because remember Sincere got killed early in the book, by Will. See how this all comes back together. Yes. You know, Pretty, Rashawn, Will, Sincere, Twan, it all comes back together. But while he was in jail, about to pretty much do life when the guy testified, and so when Pretty went to see him on one particular time, she said, give me the information of this guy, give me a picture. I'm sure I can find out who it is. And he was like, yo, all my peoples can't find this guy. How you think you gonna find? She's like, listen, I got a large clique of women. And one thing's for sure, a lot of you men are weak when y'all see women. Y'all weak for sex. And this how we catch it. Not all, but I hate when women say that.
It's just something.
I mean, I would say women are more good detectives, so.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. I agree. But it's all because Crystal finally found
Pretty.
No.
Protege.
She didn't found Rip. Crystal didn't find Rip. Crystal is
her friend did. Her friend found it. Her friend set the deal up.
Yeah.
For them to go meet these two guys.
But she didn't know that they were looking for Rip.
Nah. She just
it was all about a date.
It was a blind date. And when she seen the guy, she was like, oh, he's so fine. But forget the fact that he's fine. That's the picture of the guy that's Pretty looking for. And she's offering $50,000 for whoever finds him.
Yeah.
So she calls Pretty right away, right? She said, look, I got the dude, right? She ran to the car. She told the dude, I got to run the car real quick. And when she told Pretty was like, look, I'm tired. I ain't got time to deal with your nonsense. She said, nah, trust me, you want to hear this. And she's like, what is it? She said, the dude Rip that you looking for, I found him. And then Pretty jumps up, right? And Pretty said, listen, keep him there as long as you have to, because I'm on my way. If you got to give him some pussy, give him some pussy. But just keep him there. 'Cause you gonna get him. Yo, this book was awesome, though.
Yeah, but she did it on her own. I gotta give Pretty she's a beast.
She is.
Yeah, she went in that house.
But damn.
But told Crystal,
go in
get
the car.
in the car. Wait for me there.
And the girl that took her there, that was Crystal's best friend.
Yeah.
And when Pretty went in the house,
she shot up everybody. She made sure there was no eyewitness.
She killed everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fly, yeah.
Hey, so we ain't gonna keep it too long. Like I said, the book is called Major League. It's by Omar Price. Like I said, I read this maybe a bunch of years ago. My wife read it again, so I had to recap some of the stuff. But it's an awesome book. We ain't gonna tell you the ending of it. If you like to know the ending of it, just pick the book up. Like I always say, man, it's more productive to read than watching a bunch of TV. You know what I'm saying?
I do gotta say, I love the ending.
Oh,
Most a lot
man.
of the books that I be a little discouraged, but this one was good.
All right, we ain't gonna tell you the ending. I'll just touch on it a little bit. Rashawn convinced Pretty we need to get out of the game. We got more than enough money. Why don't we get out of the game? And she's pregnant. But here's the thing. I don't care what big time drug dealers you talking about. You say Big Me, Pablo Escobar,
Griselda,
Carlos Layla, Griselda, any of them, right? These people got millions and millions of dollars. You go, why don't they quit? You will never have to work a day in your life. Not you, not your kids. Your kids will never have to work. That's how much money these people be having sometimes. Mm-hmm. So you say, why do they keep doing it? It's an easy answer.
Power.
The power.
And
power
greediness.
and greediness. It gets them stuck, but they like, nah, I gotta keep doing it. And before you know it, the end result to these cats either be in jail for life or dead. Because they just can't let go of the street life.
Mm-hmm. But hey, I want to hear from you guys. Let me know that I'm right regarding to Pretty in situation
with Ronald.
Yeah,
making a deal with the devil.
No, I think in any kind of way, a person should always have their boundaries. They should always be respected.
Yeah, she should. Now, I agree with you. I'm just playing devil's advocate about when you said it was rape, and I said it was because when he turned the cards like a devil would do, she should have had some boundaries. Like you said, like, whoa, what the hell? Nah, yo, it ain't going down like that.
Yeah.
But she allowed it, and she went back and back and back. And like I said, like that Bill Cosby, that gruesome looking chick from the Bill Cosby case, who you talking about he raped you, but meanwhile this guy paid for her schooling, he gave her money for housing, he constantly gave her money for years. And the moment that he said that's enough, then she said it's rape. Oh, now it's rape? You bugging. But on that note, subscribe, share, like, and comment. I'll get more positive videos out to you. Like I said, this is not for kids, but it is for reading. And it is for you to enhance your vocabulary. That's why we always give you a word of the day. The word of the day today was treachery. And as I said, if you look up the word treachery, it means to betray a group, your country, or a person. Mm-hmm. And to give you a better understanding of betrayal, that was like one of our first videos way back in the days. Go to our channel and type in those exact words, betrayal. Sphinx for integrity, and type up betrayal, because I touched on betrayal in that a lot, and you'll love that video as well. And on that note, let y'all go. I ate her up.
Whatever.